a trip to Disney World can be confusing, overwhelming, and expensive. So how can you make the most of your time when you're here? For starters, by watching this video. Today, I'm going to give you the ultimate must-have tips when visiting the Magic Kingdom. Let's get started. We here at AllEars are Disney experts, and it's my goal to help make you a Disney expert too. Today, I'm giving you the quintessential list of tips for a day in Disney's Magic Kingdom. Magic Kingdom is Disney World's original park, opened up in 1971, and even more than 50 years later, it is still the most popular park out of all 4 Disney World parks. Now, I will say some of these tips won't be your basic Disney World tips. They might be a little strange, a little random, but I promise they will turn your day from miserable to magical. First off, we're starting strong in the rides category, and my first tip for you is to plan to budget for Disney Genie Plus for your day in Magic Kingdom. Disney Genie Plus is Disney's skip the line service. It is like the old Fast Pass that most of you are probably used to. However, now you do have to unfortunately pay for it. It is no longer free. Now, not every park in Disney World needs it, but we would highly recommend it for Magic Kingdom. This park has the most rides, and you will get your money's worth if you buy it here in Magic Kingdom. If you have any questions about Genie Plus, how the service works, how to buy it, how to use it, I won't explain that in this video in particular, but we have a whole playlist. Also, we just released a whole big video on Genie Plus. It's called Genie 101, already up on our channel now. You can also go to our website at AllEars.net. We have so many blog articles and posts about Genie Plus to help you figure it out. If you decided to buy Genie Plus for your day in Magic Kingdom, we highly suggest that you book Jungle Cruise as your first lightning lane of the day at 7 a.m. That is the one that fills up the fastest throughout the day, and it's going to be gone before the end of the day. After Jungle Cruise, we would prioritize Peter Pan's Flight. After that, it is another highly popular attraction here in Magic Kingdom, so Jungle Cruise or Peter Pan are both really good options for your first lightning lane of the day. Next up, I've got probably the biggest ride tip of this whole entire video, and that tip is that you can actually, if you have enough people, get a virtual queue, your first lightning lane of the day, and an individual lightning lane all at the same time, all at 7 a.m. So let me explain. Now, you can book a lightning lane, an individual lightning lane, and a virtual queue all at the same time at 7 a.m. if you have 3 pairs of hands. First off, you're going to need to know about the virtual queue. This is the way that Disney has been doing a lot of the new ride openings. When a ride first opens, it does not have a regular standby line, it has a virtual queue. So at 7 a.m., you're going to get on the My Disney Experience app. Before 7 a.m., actually, you're going to confirm your party, make sure everyone is connected on your My Disney Experience app. Then right at 7 a.m., you're going to click Join That Virtual Queue. Now, this is the way that you will get to ride brand new rides in Disney World like Tron and Magic Kingdom. Once your virtual queue group has been called, you have only 1 hour to get over to Tron and scan in to ride the ride. You cannot be late, they will not let you in. So that is the free way to ride Tron Light Cycle Run. Or you can buy the individual lightning lane, which is the top tier of Genie Plus. These are going to be the most popular attractions in each park. And in Magic Kingdom, there is Tron Light Cycle Run and Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Those are both an individual lightning lane. You do have to purchase these. It is per person, per ride price. And then there's also the middle tier of Genie Plus, which is just those regular lightning lanes. This is when you buy Genie Plus for a day in Magic Kingdom. All of the other attractions, all of the other lightning lanes are included in this lightning lane category. So how can you get all 3 at one time at 7 a.m.? Well, if you have 3 different people, you can be connected on one My Disney Experience app and all logged in, or we like to encourage you to have 3 separate My Disney Experience accounts and you're all connected as family and friends. That usually works better, but you don't have to be. So in order to make this happen, right at 7 a.m., you have one person pull a Tron virtual queue. You'll have the second person at the same time pull your first lightning lane of the day, and then the third person can also buy an individual lightning lane. So it is possible to do all of this right at 7 a.m. Of course, in order to buy an individual lightning lane at 7 a.m., you must be a Disney Resort guest. If you are not a Disney Resort guest, the individual lightning lane you will have to purchase at Park Open. But if you are staying on Disney World property, it is possible to get a virtual queue, a lightning lane, and an individual lightning lane all at the same time at 7 a.m. And of course, if you are not a Disney Resort guest and you can't do all 3 at the same time, we will tell you will want to prioritize your virtual queue first, then your Genie Plus lightning lane, then the individual lightning lane. And of course, you want to be as quick as possible. So right at 7 a.m., get your virtual queue first, and then quickly move over and buy your first lightning lane of the day. Then you'll want to buy your individual lightning lane if you choose to do so. This next tip is going to help you have the perfect day in Magic Kingdom, and that is to rope drop. So if you've never been to Disney World before, you have no idea what I mean when I say rope drop. That is essentially the first hour or two of a park day, right at park opening. Rope drop is where you can get on some of the most popular attractions for little to no wait. It's very important to rope drop if you're going to spend an entire day in Magic Kingdom. So what should you rope drop in Magic Kingdom? Well, if you are a Disney Resort guest, we highly encourage you to take advantage of that, because one of the perks of being a Disney Resort guest is early entry. Early entry is where every single day you can get to the parks 30 minutes before everyone else. So please take advantage of that. Specifically here in Magic Kingdom, early entry is only open to Fantasyland and Tomorrowland. So if you are a Disney Resort guest, you get here for early entry, we highly recommend you hit up Fantasyland to get on some of those most popular attractions. For example, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. If you can ride that before the park even opens, you are already set to have an amazing Magic Kingdom day. If you are not a resort guest, then we encourage you to take another approach and head towards Adventureland first. Adventureland and Frontierland are going to be a great option for you when the park does open. You can hit up a bunch of those rides and then later on in the day make your way over to Fantasyland and Tomorrowland. We use this strategy a lot when it comes to our Magic Kingdom days. We almost always go towards Adventureland first. However, there have been a few times where I've rope dropped Fantasyland and it worked out in our favor. It all just depends on the time of the year and how big the crowds are throughout the day. So sometimes it's hard to guess, but in general, if you're a resort guest, go to Fantasyland. If you're not, go towards Adventureland. Now, if you've never ridden Tron Light Cycle Run in Magic Kingdom before, it has a different style of seating. You're basically sitting on a motorcycle type seat. It's not a regular roller coaster seat. So that's new to a lot of people. It can sometimes be uncomfortable. Even for me, sometimes it's a little uncomfortable depending on how you get seated in the seat, but there is a tester seat outside of the attraction. I highly encourage anyone and everyone to test out the seat before you get into the actual line, because you don't want to waste all that time in line, then hop on the ride and realize you're too uncomfortable and you don't even want to ride it anyways. So just save yourself some time, test the seat out front, and just know that the ride is only a minute long. So even if it's a little uncomfortable, you might be able to hold on for a minute. Now, we all know Big Thunder Mountain Railroad is the wildest ride in the wilderness, but if you want an even more wilder ride on the wildest ride in the wilderness, you should request the back row. A lot of the times, the cast members will be as accommodating as possible. You may have to wait a cycle or two for them to load guests onto the attraction, but you can always ask nicely to sit in the back row. They try to do their best to accommodate you. It's not always guaranteed, but if you want a crazy ride, request the back row. Now, next up, I've got a expert level Disney tip for you, and that is, do you want to be one of the first people to enter Magic Kingdom on the day of your visit? Then you need to book a breakfast, table service, dining reservation for the earliest slot available. If you book a table service dining reservation for either Crystal Palace or Cinderella's Royal Table, you will be one of the first people to enter Magic Kingdom before the park is officially open. Now, this only works is if you get one of the first available slots of the day before the park opens. Both of these restaurants are already amazing on their own, but if you use this trick, you'll be one of the first people to enter the park before the park is even officially open, and you can also get some amazing pictures by the castle on Main Street USA with almost no other guests in them. Plus, you'll already be fed and ready to go after your breakfast reservation, and you are ready to ride some rides. Low ride wait times are very important on your Disney vacation, but another thing that is very important on your Disney vacation is low waits for coffee. That is a very important thing, especially if you need that coffee right in the morning when you wake up. Trust me, I get it, I do. So let's talk about the best places to get coffee in Magic Kingdom. And actually, one of the spots on this list isn't even inside Magic Kingdom. Number one, there's a Joffrey's at the TTC. So even before you step foot into Magic Kingdom, you can grab some Joffrey's right there. Grab it before you hop on the monorail or the ferry boat and just leisurely enjoy your coffee on the way to Magic Kingdom. I like to do this typically when I know I'm going to have a super heavy rope drop morning and I don't have time to stop for coffee once I get into the park. That's a good way to do it. We would not recommend you stopping on Starbucks on Main Street. That is just going to be super busy, super crowded. I know I love my Starbucks too, but just don't do it if you've got a lot of things on your to-do list for that day. It's going to be a waste of time. We also recommend the Joffrey's Revive over in Tomorrowland. That's a pretty good Joffrey's. It's usually not very crowded, and you can easily get your coffee just for a few minutes standing in line. There's also Westward Ho over in Frontierland. That's a great spot to grab just a plain cup of coffee. No fancy lattes here, but you can grab Joffrey's over there. You can also grab Joffrey's at Friar's Nook in Fantasyland. And pro tip for here, Friar's Nook, you can mobile order it. So if you're in line somewhere and you know you need coffee pretty soon, you can mobile order it at Friar's Nook. Now, if you're anything like me or the rest of the AllEars team, right after rides, the most important thing next on the list is probably food. So let's talk about our favorite spots to eat in Magic Kingdom and why you should eat there too. One of our favorite snacks in all of Magic Kingdom is the spring rolls from the Adventureland spring roll cart. You can find this cart outside of Adventureland right in front of the sign. They have great spring roll options. There's different flavors and they change seasonally. So maybe one time you had really great spring rolls and then on your next trip you get to try a new flavor. So that's really fun. We also highly recommend our favorite quick service in all of Magic Kingdom is Columbia Harbor House over in Liberty Square. This is a great quick service. It's got options for everyone, even picky eaters. They will be pleased. You can get chicken tenders, you can get fish, you can get a lobster roll, you can get clam chowder. It's more of a seafood-centered restaurant, but they have other options if that's not your jam. As for table service restaurants, we love Skipper Canteen, also in Adventureland. We have a full review up on our channel right now if you want to go check that out. But amazing food, great atmosphere. I mean, who doesn't love a Jungle Cruise Skipper as your waiter? It's never super busy in there, which I just don't think people realize how great it is. So go to Skipper Canteen. Those are just a few of the things that we usually recommend to people to eat in Magic Kingdom, but if you want to know more, there's already a video up on our channel now about the best things we've eaten in Magic Kingdom. So I encourage you to go check out that video as well. And on the topic of table service restaurants, just in general in Disney World, you do want to utilize that walk-up waitlist system. A lot of the times, restaurants will be full, they'll be completely booked up, but on the My Disney Experience app, you can join any walk-up waitlist. It'll put your name on the list. It'll give you kind of a guess on how long it will take you to be called. This is a great hidden tip. I use this all the time, even with some bars and lounges in Disney World. Of course, I always like to recommend that even if the walk-up waitlist says that it's full, even if you can't join on the My Disney Experience app, go in person to wherever you're trying to get into, talk to them in person, and they might put you on the list. I do that all the time for pretty popular places in Disney World, and it usually works for me. So just be nice, go up in person, but also utilize that walk-up waitlist. Now, this next tip you can use at any point of the day on any days of your vacation, but I especially encourage you to do this during peak mealtime, and that is to mobile order way before you're actually ready to eat. So say you're in line for a ride and everybody's getting a little hangry, you know people need some food in their system, go ahead while you're waiting for that ride, mobile order your food ahead of time. That way, as soon as you get off the ride, you can say, hey, I'm here, and pick up your food with little to no wait. This tip is especially helpful during peak meal times and peak holiday crowds. It just makes it so much easier, and sometimes Disney will really encourage you to only mobile order, and there may not be as many chances to order in person. And even to take this tip a little bit further, you could always mobile order your meals hours before you're ready to eat. So if you get to Magic Kingdom and think, I want to eat at Columbia Harbor House at noon, but you get to the park at 9 and you want to make sure you order your food ahead of time, you can order it right at 9. That's totally fine. You get to choose what time you want to eat when you mobile order. You don't have to mobile order when you are actually ready and hungry, ready to eat. You can do it hours before. Maybe plan that out a little bit ahead of time. Maybe you eat lunch a little early or a little later on in the day to avoid those big crowds. Now, I've got a tip later on in this video about fireworks, but in regards to the food section of this video, there's a way that you can avoid those post-fireworks crazy, insane Magic Kingdom crowds, and that's by eating some food. There are a few spots on Main Street that stay open after the park is officially closed, and that is Casey's Corner and the Main Street Confectionery. So if the park has just closed, those two places on Main Street, in fact all of Main Street really stays open, even the Emporium, just to let people kind of walk through the park, exit slowly, and let the crowds kind of settle before they really close down the entire park. So a great way to escape those crazy fireworks crowds is order some Casey's Corner, go sit on the hub grass, eat a final Magic Kingdom snack before you end up leaving for the day. But the key to this is that you have to order before the park officially closes. So if the park closes at 10 that night, you have to put in an order. You have to physically order your food before 10 p.m. So yes, even after 10 p.m., they will still be in operation. They will still be serving food. But if you have not ordered before the park officially closes, then you can't order food. So the key to this tip is that you have to mobile order before the park closes. Also another tip, I am your friend. I'm here to help you save money in Disney World. Never buy bottled water. I know Sage likes this fancy smart water, and sometimes you just want a water bottle to keep on you. Number one, you should use a refillable water bottle. I know Quincy loses hers all the time, so just be cautious of that. I've also lost a water bottle recently. But anyways, number one, bring a reusable water bottle. Save the planet. Drink your water. But number two, any quick service location in Magic Kingdom, in Disney World in general, gives out free water. Just go up to the counter and say, hey, can I have a cup of water? They will give you one for free. And on top of that, in the heat of the summer, in those summer months, most quick service locations will have a water station outside somewhere or somewhere around the restaurant where you can just go up and get cups of water yourself. In the summer months when it's super busy, super hot, super crowded, they don't always have the capacity for people to go up to the counter and ask for water, so they're gonna have a water station for you. Never buy water. Now, while Magic Kingdom is known for being very magical, it's not well known for the best dining options. So here is our tip when dining in Magic Kingdom: don't leave the park for even more and better dining options. You can leave the Magic Kingdom for way more dining options because you're right there with all those monorail resorts. So you can get a table service at any one of those restaurants in any of those resorts, but you can also go grab quick service food from one of the resorts, or even a resort lounge or a bar, just any of those things. There are so many more options just outside of Magic Kingdom gates. Yes, I know it's kind of crazy, but you are allowed to leave Magic Kingdom in the middle of the day. I will not judge you. No one on this AllEars team will judge you if you do so. Now, this next tip isn't for everyone. So if you are an early riser, if you are here getting for rope drop, there is a special show that you can only see once a day, and that is the morning castle show. And you should watch it because it's cute and it's magical and it's the best way to start your day. I love starting a Magic Kingdom day with the morning castle show. It's called Let the Magic Begin. It's a very short show, but it's very cute. It's got some of your favorite characters, and it really just sets you up for a perfect magic-filled, fantasy-filled day in Magic Kingdom. It's really sweet, but you only can see it if you are there right as the park is opening. So a lot of the times you might not make it on time, and that's okay. But if you're there early, I recommend you watch the castle show. So for this next tip, I would recommend that you watch the second Festival of Fantasy Parade for lower crowds. Now, when it comes to the Festival of Fantasy Parade, you're going to want to check the schedule on the My Disney Experience app. If there are two parades in one day, you will want to watch the second parade for less crowds. And if you're really trying to maximize your day in Magic Kingdom, I promise you will want to watch the parade in Frontierland as soon as it steps off. The parade actually starts in Frontierland and makes its way all the way to Main Street USA where it ends. So if you're trying to really maximize your day, watch the parade in Frontierland. As soon as it moves past you, you can head right onto your next attraction, and you can ride a bunch of popular rides while everyone is watching the parade. There are so many amazing entertainment options here throughout all of Magic Kingdom, but honestly, in my opinion, and a lot of our team's opinions, some of the best entertainment can be found on Main Street USA. That might surprise you, but let's talk about it. Magic Kingdom has such great entertainment all throughout the park, and a lot of them you might walk past and not even realize all of the entertainment options that you're missing. You've got the Casey's Corner pianist, which plays the piano over by Casey's Corner. That's super fun. They a lot of times will take requests, which is super, super cool. They are very talented. You've also got the Main Street vehicles, which are early in the morning. If you get to Magic Kingdom before rope drop, before the park is officially open, you might have a chance of hopping on a Main Street vehicle, and they'll take you all the way down Main Street to the castle. Another great way to start your day in Magic Kingdom. You've also got the Dapper Dans, which is an a cappella group. You can find them on Main Street usually, sometimes on Main Street, or maybe even in the Emporium, and they have different seasonal outfits and they'll sing different songs depending on the season. They are really great. I love them. You've also got things like the Flag Retreat, which happens every single day at 5 p.m. There's a very sweet and touching ceremony on how they remove the flag off the flagpole every day. I highly recommend you go check it out. It will touch your heart, and that's one of my favorite things in all of Magic Kingdom. So just keep your eyes peeled. Of course, we love characters, we love the shows, but keep your eyes peeled for other entertainment. All right, now all of these tips on this list are important, but this next tip is very, very important. If you're here in Magic Kingdom all day long, you've been waiting all day, you want to see the amazing Happily Ever After fireworks show, well, don't worry, I'm about to tell you the best spot to watch the fireworks here in Magic Kingdom. Now, depending on what kind of viewing experience you want to have with the fireworks, you're going to have to choose a different spot. So if you really care about seeing the projections on the castle, you're going to want to sit close to the castle. And I'm talking like in the hub, in between the partner statue and the castle. That's going to be your best way to see the projections right there up close and personal to the castle. But if you want better fireworks views, if you don't necessarily care about the projections as much, you want to see all of the fireworks, you're going to want to step a little bit farther back. So behind Walt and Mickey, behind that statue, but still kind of in the hub area before you get to Main Street, that's going to be the best fireworks views. But maybe you want to see all of the newer projections on Main Street. So you're going to want to back up even farther to watch it on Main Street to see all of those new projections. They are really cool. It makes for a fun fireworks viewing experience. Honestly, any of these spots, there's not a bad spot to watch Magic Kingdom fireworks. For a really, really cool experience, you can watch the fireworks from behind the castle. I do that all the time. I used to not want to do that because I did love watching the projections on the castle, but there's just something about being in Fantasyland with fireworks going off all around you, surrounding you completely in fireworks. It's a really cool experience. But one thing to note, with fireworks in Magic Kingdom, it's going to be crowded. Everybody's going to be there. There's only one show, so you will need to find a spot relatively early. I would say maybe 30 minutes. You don't need to find a spot super, super early, depending on your group number. Of course, if you're traveling with a huge big party of people, I'm talking like 10, 12 people all in your party group, you're probably going to want to find a spot pretty early just so you're not last minute running through the hub area trying to find a spot. But I would recommend 30 minutes early to find a really good spot. Now, something that's very important to know, if you are not taking a bus from a Disney resort, you will not be dropped off at the front gates of Magic Kingdom. Any other transportation, anything else besides the monorail or a Disney resort bus, you will have to take extra transportation to get to Magic Kingdom. So if you are driving your car, if you're renting a car, if you ride share, you will be dropped off at the Ticket and Transportation Center, which is the hub area of Magic Kingdom. You will have to then hop on a monorail or a boat to get to the actual Magic Kingdom. So just plan extra travel time. We like to tell people to plan on an hour of travel time just because it's busy. Now, if you're getting on the monorail, there is one specific monorail cart that is better than all of the others. That is monorail cart 12. So when you arrive at the monorail station at the Transportation Ticket Center, monorail cart 12 is going to be all the way down on your right. Now, it feels like that's going to be the farthest away from Magic Kingdom when you arrived, but it's actually the closest. So if you are able to take the stairs, go all the way down to monorail cart 12, and then when you get off of the monorail, you will be the closest to Magic Kingdom gates. Now, next up, what you pack in your park bag is very important and sometimes will save your day. So let's talk about the things that you should bring with you on a day in Magic Kingdom. Some of our must-have items just in general in Disney World, but especially on a Magic Kingdom day, we recommend a portable charger. I myself have ones that I've bought off of Amazon that are my personal portable chargers, but I also have fuel rods, which you can purchase in Disney World and swap them out. So those are really handy. You're going to be on your phone all day in Disney World, especially on the My Disney Experience app, so your phone's going to die. Just bring a portable charger. Also, sunscreen. It's very hot in Florida, very sunny, especially in those summer months, but even times when you think you won't need sunscreen, you're going to need sunscreen, so just bring it. You're also going to need some rain gear, especially in the summer months. It's going to rain every single day in Florida, so just be prepared. And of course, you do want to bring a water bottle. Stay hydrated. You're going to be walking around Disney World all day long. You're going to be getting in major steps. You're going to be tired, so please hydrate yourself and bring a water bottle, and don't forget it, like Quincy does. Another tip to get you into the Magic Kingdom even faster starts at the Transportation and Ticket Center with security. So you will go through security at the TTC before you even get to Magic Kingdom. But in order to quickly go through security and not set off the alarm, you're going to want to hold your items out in front of you. So if you've got something like an umbrella or a portable charger or things that you know will set off the alarm, if you pull those items out of your bag and hold them out in front of you while you walk through the metal detector, It will go off, but the security guards will be able to see what it is on the screen, and you won't have to have your bag searched, which can sometimes take a long time because sometimes those are the longest lines in Disney World. Now this next one is one of my favorite things to tell people because a lot of people don't know about it, even though I feel like we've been talking about it for a long time. And that tip, I encourage anyone to do this, little kid or not. I think you should get pixie dusted. You can get pixie dusted in Magic Kingdom. It is a really cute little thing that you can have done at Sir Mickey's or Bonjour Village Gifts. Both are in Fantasyland. But basically, you will ask a cast member to be pixie dusted, and it's super sweet. They will grab their wands and they will sprinkle pixie dust over you while you think about a wish. And it's just a really cute moment, especially if you got little kiddos or maybe some little princesses in your party. It's super fun to do, but beware, you will have glitter in your hair for probably 5 days. So just be warned. But it is super fun. I've gotten to witness other people getting pixie dusted. I make all my friends do it when we're here. It's just so sweet. I've even watched like mothers and daughters get pixie dusted together, and even dads, and just everyone deserves to get pixie dusted. So if you want to, go do it. It's totally free. Make a wish. Don't let anybody tell you not to. Do what you want in Magic Kingdom. Get pixie dusted. Everyone can get pixie dusted. Did you know you can actually mail a postcard home from Main Street, USA? This is true. You can grab a postcard, maybe one that you've brought from home, or you can buy one in the Emporium, but you can actually mail a postcard from Main Street. It will be stamped that way. That is a super cool souvenir to either send yourself or maybe send to someone back home who wasn't able to go on vacation with you. You can bring stamps from home, or you can purchase them at the Chamber of Commerce or the newsstand around Main Street area. So just if you want to send yourself a postcard, do it. Another tip to save you time in Magic Kingdom is to use mobile checkout. So just like mobile order on your phone, you can actually now use mobile checkout at a lot of the gift stores, especially in the Emporium when those post-firework crowds are going to be super, super long. Everyone's trying to get that last-minute souvenir. You can save time by just purchasing your souvenirs on your phone. It's all through the My Disney Experience app. If you've got a form of payment connected to your app, you will be able to do this. You'll purchase it on your phone and just show it to the cast member when you walk out. And it's super easy, very convenient. Now next up, this is one of those random tips that I told you might not understand, but you will thank me for it. And that's, you need to know where the best bathrooms are in Magic Kingdom. Listen, it will help you out later. You might be in a pinch. You might have an emergency, whether it's you having it or someone in your party, and you're going to want to know where the best bathrooms are in Magic Kingdom. So, number one, we love the bathrooms behind Gaston's Tavern here in Fantasyland. They're more, not secretive, but they're not as well known. They're not usually crowded. Another set of bathrooms that are awesome right now are the bathrooms over by what will become Tiana's Bayou Adventure. These are bathrooms in Frontierland that honestly are never crowded because people don't know that they're back there right now. All of the construction makes people think everything is closed back there, but the bathrooms are actually still open and available. Also, an extra tip, if you're anywhere in Disney World and do not know where the nearest bathroom is, number one, you can always ask a cast member. They will be happy to tell you where they are. But number two, you can search for the bathrooms on My Disney Experience app. So go to the little magnifying icon and you can search for restrooms and it'll tell you where they all are, no matter what park you're in. Now, of course, Disney World is a very busy place. It can get very overwhelming, feel very crowded. Even people who aren't normally anxious or claustrophobic can feel that way on a busy Disney World day. And of course, this tips video, I'm trying to help you out. So let's now talk about the best places to escape from a crowded Magic Kingdom day. So a lot of those indoor shows are going to be great places to escape the crowds, escape the heat, all of that in Magic Kingdom. You've got shows like the Carousel of Progress in Tomorrowland. You've got the Hall of Presidents in Liberty Square, or even Country Bear Jamboree over in Frontierland. These are going to be great to get out of the sun, get some AC, and still enjoy some Disney entertainment. You've also got Center Street, which is a little area on Main Street that's kind of tucked away and hidden from most people. They walk right past it. There are even some tables down there. Just take a seat on the curb and just kind of take a breath, take a moment when you need it. There's also the Liberty Square gazebo, which sometimes will be for certain meet and greets, but sometimes nobody's there. You can hang out there. Or you've even got the tent in Storybook Circus way in the back of Storybook Circus. There's a huge tent that's out of the sun. It's got plenty of outlets over there and seating and water fountains, so you will be set over there to take a break. All right, now this next tip is for my princess lovers out there, because there's a place in Magic Kingdom where you can get a free souvenir from a princess herself. Specifically, one of my favorites, Belle from Beauty and the Beast. She can give you a free souvenir, but do you know where it is? Enchanted Tales with Belle is a really, really cool show in Magic Kingdom. It is over in Fantasyland. It's kind of tucked away over in Belle's cottage. It is a really sweet thing that most people don't know about. You basically retell the story of Beauty and the Beast, but you retell it to Belle herself. So all of the kiddos get assigned certain roles in the story, and we practice, and then when you enter into the library, Belle comes out and you retell the story for her, and it's super sweet. It's really cool, and honestly, one of the coolest effects ever in Disney World is the Enchanted Mirror. I don't know how it works. I don't want to know how it works. I just think it's really cool. It's truly Disney magic, and at the end of it, your kids get to take pictures with Belle in her very beautiful yellow dress, which doesn't happen often. You can only do that here at Enchanted Tales with Belle. But they also, when they take their picture with Belle, she will hand them a bookmark. And so that's a really cool free souvenir that you can get from a princess herself. I think that's amazing. And more people need to know about Enchanted Tales with Belle because it is completely, absolutely underrated. Another tip to get you ready for your Disney World vacation in general, but especially Magic Kingdom, you are going to want to start walking at home. I know that's not super fun, but you will thank me later, your body will thank me later, because you're not going to be used to it. You're going to be walking all around Disney World. You might clock in close to 30,000 steps in a day. So just get your body ready for it. Just start walking around the neighborhood. Listen to some music, listen to some podcasts, do what you need to do, but just walk around at home. You can start slow, but you need to start. And now for my final tip in this Magic Kingdom video. Honestly, there's so much to do here in Magic Kingdom. It could be overwhelming. You might get overstimulated. So honestly, you might want to consider 2 days of Magic Kingdom on your next trip. Now, of course, you don't want to wear yourselves out. You don't want to wear your kids out. So honestly, there's so much to do in Magic Kingdom. It's very hard to do it all in one day. So don't stress yourself out. Don't wear yourself out. You might want to consider having 2 days in Magic Kingdom on your trip just to make sure you get everything done and still enjoy it. All right, that's all the tips I have for you today. If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. And now go watch my video on the things you should never do when in Animal Kingdom. I'll see you there.